We're in about 500 acres here. This is where we winter our Texas Longhorn herd. And we are getting ready to head for the Denver National Western Stock Show. So what we do today is we gather our show cattle and our display cattle, which will be on display at Denver. And we're gonna do some health papers on them. They require a certain amount of health papers to get into the Denver Stock Show. And then tomorrow we'll load 6 or 7 of these. We'll take them up to the stock show and put them in a display pen where they'll be on display for visitors to come look at them. And then on Friday, we're gonna drive them around the tables at the Boots and Business Lunch so that they get to see what the Old West is like. So that's part of what we do, and then we'll be up there for the next 2.5 weeks for the Longhorn show, for the Wild West shows, and we'll do some performances in the rodeo as well. What we do is we just depict what the old trail drives of the 1800s look like. You know, we are standing in an area right here that was part of the Goodnight Loving Trail. It would come out of West Texas, they'd come up through New Mexico, and then they'd turn and come into Colorado Springs here where the Corral Bluffs are, do their sorting and their branding and be ready to go into the stockyards in Denver, or maybe on up to the railways in Cheyenne, depending on which direction they were going. And not a whole lot's changed over the last 150 years. Everybody loves them. Everybody kind of assumes if they haven't been around them that they might be dangerous with their horns until they realize that they can feed them cake out of their hands. And we take a bucket of cake at the end of these trail drives that we do in Castle Rock and in Denver, and we give it to all the little kids around the pen, and they stick their hands through the pen. Those cows come and eat cake right out of their hands. I like to ride down the street, and you've got several thousand people on the balconies around Denver, and tell them to make a cowboy noise, and they'll all yee-haw and holler and whoop, and so it's kind of a fun deal. Pretty soon people begin to realize they're just big pets. They love people, they love being around people, and we enjoy doing it.